What is up, guys? It's the Buzty Gaming House. We're here with another tier list. Today we're going to do corporate greed gaming practices, and part 2 of this video is only available if you subscribe. Starting off strong with early access. So this is when a company releases the game, but it's like unfinished, and their excuse is that because it's in development, it's called early access, and you can buy it before the game is actually complete.
We have to agree, right?
No.
Okay, because I think... Because I'd allow it, but here's my take. If it's like an indie company who can't afford to release a full game, they release an early access to build traction and hype and make money so they can make the game better.
Yeah, I actually agree. I think, like, currently I'll allow it. Because it's like, there's a lot of good games. Like, I think, what's it, Baldur's Gate is a good example. What else is a good example of this?
Valheim.
Yeah, Valheim. A lot of like the survival crafters are pretty good, and they all start in early access. But I think it's reaching the point of like bigger devs are starting to do this, and it's getting like a little bit abusive in terms of what is allowed through the early access program. So I agree with my boy Does there about why I'll allow it, but I will say the reason why I think this is bad is because for me personally, it kills the hype of a game. So I grew up in the era of going to like G-Spot games or whatever it's called, to pick up the...
I tried to look for that place, but I couldn't find it.
To like get the games, and you have like the actual copy, and then it'll be like the midnight release, and everyone will be like, yeah, it's gonna be midnight release, and everyone like gets hyped for the game, and then it comes out, and it's like an actual playable game. But I think with the early access model, it kind of just like slowly trickles players in. And even that like first hype of buying the game is kind of like ruined because you like get to a certain point and then it just becomes like a green screen and it's like come back in like 50 years for the full game. So I think it like kind of like minimizes the hype of new games. It also like just like the, I don't know what it's called, like the camaraderie, is that the right term, of just like enjoying a new game with friends. Because it's also like a lot of the friends will be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that early access, and then some of your friends are like, nah, I'd rather wait for the full game, and then it just kind of like cucks the whole experience. So yeah, I think that's a bad part.
The one bad thing I'll add is like, I'll use Valheim for example. Like the game was really good and still in early access. But like Valheim's not fun enough for me to go back and play it again. So when the game does finally add new stuff, if it's like, or like V Rising, like every time V Rising adds stuff and it wipes your like world, I just don't.
Alright, up next we have betas, open and closed.
I don't know where to put this yet because I can allow it, but I can also EA and Ubisoft it. Because if it's like, I'll use Battlefield and Call of Duty for an example here. The Battlefield 6 beta came out, and when the game released, a lot changed from the beta. So they actually used the beta as a beta. But every Call of Duty beta is just they're letting people play the game for free, basically. They didn't change much, except for like how unlocks work. I could be wrong. I haven't played the last COD. But when I played the COD betas, it's kind of chalked. You know what I mean? And I also haven't played like games like Arc Raider beta, so I don't know how like that works. That's closed beta though.
Okay, well, this might be a hot take, but it also might be like the coldest take imaginable. Like when I think of a beta, I think like I agree with you. The point of it is to make the game better. So like, why the fuck is the beta open to the public? I feel like a beta should never be open to the public. And even like, I don't even know if I agree that a beta should be, like the footage should be made available to the public. Because like, that's like the problem with COD and all these games that have these betas, and then by the time the actual game comes out, there's like already like gun metas and like bullshit like that. Like, I feel like the whole point of a beta is to like improve mechanics and like improve the actual game itself before full release. So the aspect of like players like us coming in that aren't like professional like journalists or like huge like game testers or something, I don't really understand that part. I'd probably put it like between I'll allow it and capitalism, depending on like what type of beta we're talking about.
I think we just put it into capitalism.
Alright, up next we got El Clasico, loot boxes. So where are we putting this, John?
I don't think you want my opinion. It's definitely brain rot. Put it in the brain rot section, but I'm a loot box enjoyer. Okay, hear me out. First off, opening a loot box, gambling addiction. Woo! You know what I'm saying? When you're broke and have no money, nah, that shit's ass. But when you have a gambling addiction, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
Yeah, I actually don't know where to put this. I feel like it also depends what's in the loot box. Like,
Yeah,
it could be like Overwatch where you get like a voice line and the voice is like, hello. And then that's like the entire item, and then just like, holy shit, like, what did that
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Like a loot box when it comes to like getting like a cool item. But when it comes to like how Breakpoint, like Ubisoft's Ghost Recon Breakpoint came out, how like, I think it was that game, where you have to use a loot box system, or like games that use a loot box system to upgrade like base game stuff. Like not like I think loot boxes for cosmetics purely is fine. It's a waste of money and it's stupid, but it's like gambling. It's just fun. You know what I mean? But I think using a loot box to like get items that have like an advantage is straight stupid.
Thoughts on upgrading this to capitalism? Because I just realized, like, I feel like you could also put all like pack openings into loot box, and I feel like that is why a lot of those games are fun for people, especially like the card games where it's like, if you didn't have that, like a good example for the 3 people that still play this game is Legends of Runeterra. They didn't have a loot box system, and that's why a lot of people thought the game died, basically, because like it was a game where you could just buy the cards very easily and with like minimal real money, and then like it sounds good on paper, but then in practice, like the whole point of like playing these games for a lot of people is like the enjoyment of like building a collection and like opening rare cards. So as soon as you can like buy everything instantly, it kind of just like ruins the game, at least from like a TCG perspective. But
I mean, yeah, you could use that in like real life. Like if you could just go buy the Pokemon card you want, I mean you can, but like the fun about opening Pokemon cards is like the loot box aspect, you know what I mean?
Up next, we got the Fortnite Battle Pass, or just Battle Pass in general. I'll lead off with this. I think this is just gonna go into like a capitalism spec for me. I think the reasoning like makes sense. It's like it's a way to get people to continue playing a live service game. So I think as long as it's in a live service game and it's like appropriate, it's fine. It's like the, what is Spider-Man's like father-in-law, whatever, say he's like, with great power comes great responsibility. Like you could use this shit for evil, bro. Like you could use your powers for evil, but you can also use it to make a game like more like enjoyable in the long term, because it gives people like stuff to do. And also obviously like if you price it in like a brain rot type spec, then it's like really bad. But I think there's like the potential, at least for me, for this to be like okay.
I'd say the Battle Pass was like good when Fortnite first came out, because yeah, it gave you a reason to keep playing. But like I don't know why some games have battle passes. Like the new Skate game should be about skating, not about grinding a fucking battle pass. And I also think the good thing about battle passes is like if you don't want to buy that $70 skin and you buy a $10 battle pass, you still get a lot of decent skins. They might not be as flashy as that $170 Valorant knife, but if you buy the $10 battle pass, at least it gives you like a majority of skins instead of you having to spend like imagine trying to build your Valorant collection just buying skins from the market, or Counter-Strike, for example.
I personally think the Valorant Battle Pass is like one of the worst battle passes like ever made, because it's like it gives you just like super ass skins, and there's no like, I feel like the point of a battle pass is to make you want to play the game. Like the Valorant battle pass like does not make me want to play the game. Like it's just there, it's just there in the corner, and it's like, okay, I guess this exists, but there's no like, it's not like, oh, I need to log in today because I want to get the skin from the battle pass. That's you know.
The amount of times I'll log into Valorant, click the battle pass and I'm completed it, I'm like, I didn't even know I beat this. Like, like I remember with Fortnite, it would give you challenges to get battle pass stars, so you'd get in, you do the challenges. But I think battle passes were like it reward you for just playing like ranked all day. I don't know.
Yeah,
like that's just
that, Chief.
Nah.
Yeah, are you okay? I think it's like late stage capitalism and like almost brain rot. So I feel like this is like
yeah. I think pre-ordering is low-key fine. I think that's I honestly put pre-ordering and I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Because like back then pre-ordering felt like you pre-order it and then you go pick that shit up and you'd be like, yeah, this is hype. And then I think pre-ordering now, I will say like the pre-ordering bonuses we get nowadays are ass. I also think pre-ordering's fine if you're pre-ordering a game to support like an indie dev, of course, because again, that's like the same thing as early access. Like they're using this to get money to build their game. But if you're pre-ordering Call of Duty every year, man,
there's something else going on there behind the scenes. Yeah, I'd put this even above early access. I feel like just on paper, this is actually good. It's like not even bad. It's like I'll more than allow it, because it like if you're a new dev, or even if you're like an established, if you're like like devil himself, like Ubisoft, then it still lets you gauge like how many people want your game, so you can actually like plan the development of the game. So I feel like as long as the pre-order is just the game and it doesn't include like the mega like nuclear shotgun that like one-shots everyone, and it's just like some like broken item to like force people to buy it, I think it's like a pretty good thing actually.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. Like, I think pre-orders are fine if you want to like support the dev, even if the dev is like a big dev like Ubisoft. If you really want to support that multi-million-dollar ass company, you know, pre-order.
Yeah, or like the recent Battlefield. Like I feel like a lot of people pre-ordered it because they're so sick of like Nicki Minaj and COD. So there's like not like. All right, up next we got everyone's favorite in-game currencies, and as we all know, it just gets like the more of these you have, like the more fun a game becomes. So this is more common, I would say, in mobile games, but it's also like kind of crept into a lot of other games. So like in Valorant, it's like the DP points or whatever the shit's called. I think this is gonna go into the like brain rot spec, because if you honestly think about it, the only reason this even exists is to like make people waste more money, because it makes you think that like your money is worth less because it converts it to like an unknown number, so it doesn't feel like you're spending real money. That's like literally the only reason. There's no actual reason for this. This is like a well-known like psychological thing, and that's why you use chips in Vegas instead of like actual money, is because when you look at chips, you don't envision like actual money, so you just waste all of it. So this is just like purely like cancer gambling tech that should just like not be in anything. Honestly, I'm putting it here. Like that's my opinion. It's just there's no point.
Honestly, I think if there was no in-game currencies and you would just buy the item you want with real money, less stuff would be bought. I do agree, but I also think it makes it just easier to gauge what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like buying stuff on Steam, because I wouldn't consider Steam balance a currency. And like if I want to buy a Counter-Strike skin, I buy it with how much that skin is worth. You know what I mean? I'm not like converting my Canadian dollars to rupees and then my rupees to like Valorant oopies, and then, you know.
Wait, so are you saying it's good or bad?
I think it's just stupid. Like it just it's just like what you said. Like it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, also let us know in chat. I'm actually curious, is this because of like a legal like lawsuit? Like I have a feeling, and I might be wrong, but I feel like the reason they do this is because there's some sort of like law against child gambling or something, so like the children don't like look at real money or something. Like I smell a rat with this.
The last thing I'll say is, if there's like one currency where you convert to one currency, that's okay. But why is there 7 different currencies? I'll use the skate game again, for example. There's the skate pass currency you get for the battle pass. There's the other currency you get from doing challenges. There's the currency you pay real money for. I think they're doing like some event called the Spooktober where there's like Spooktober coins. 4 different currencies for a skate game. You're skateboarding. Like,
yeah, they should add NFTs as well. So next is the skin collabs category. Got a nice little picture here. It's Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty 69. I don't even know what is this even from? Is it Call of Duty Black Ops
6? Black Ops 6.
7? Okay, Black Ops 6. Okay.
Brain rot.
Yeah, brain rot.
I'm all about doing skin collabs to like collabs in general are great. But like I don't know, like seeing Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty or Nicki Minaj, like why is Nicki Minaj getting teabagged by Snoop Dogg in game? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I get like if it's like a more arcadey game, like I don't even
like Fortnite. I feel like if you can have skin collabs. I think someone made a YouTube video on this. I forgot who it was, but like, let me know in the chat what this is, because I recently watched this. It's like about the core theme of a game and like the general like artistic design. It's like if the core theme of the game is just like random bullshit like Fortnite, it's like it doesn't matter, and it actually makes the game better if you have more collabs. But if you're running like a milsim like hardcore like Vietnam era like tac sim Tarkov 3, like we do not want Beavis and Butthead in that game. So just like I mean, you can literally just look at the like sales for Battlefield versus COD, and that will like prove this point. It's like no one wants to see this, bro.
Like if you want a good skin collab for Call of Duty, like the Punisher, for example, that would fit.
Or like or like DJ Shipley, bro. Like put like actual skills. Like I don't know, like that would be sick.
Or like the Osama bin Laden skin. Like, that makes sense. But like
like Trump versus DJ Shipley or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Secretary of War Pete headset. The Ultimate Edition.
No.
Right? That's also Ultimate Edition. Wait, where's the Ultimate? Is it this one?
All right, yeah.
Everything starts looking the same, dude.
Low-key.
What do you think here?
Capitalism.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, so let me start this off. Ultimate Edition, I think, was cool when they were giving you cool shit. Like, when you bought Halo in, like, 2004, they'd give you, like, a Master Chief helmet. Now, I paid $200 for, once again, a Nicki Minaj skin in game that I'm not going to use a month later, because the game's going to release better skins. But I think, like, Ultimate Editions are only worth it if, like, you're getting something in person, because usually the in-game, like, item from an Ultimate Edition sucks.
Like the Fallout bag, that was like a plastic bag. that they
Yeah,
got,
like-
sued over.
Like, dude. Or if you, like, really like the company, you want to give them all your money, like, go ahead, buy the Ultimate Edition. But I think Ultimate Editions are cool when you're actually getting something cool. Like, Modern Warfare 2, 2009. You got night vision goggles.
Yeah, true.
Real night vision goggles.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty cool. I mean, in Diablo, you got a horse that's like green, and it costs like twice the actual normal price. But also, like Expedition 33, I'm pretty sure they gave people like a statue thing. I might be wrong about that, and it was actually kind of cool. And I'm like pretty sad I didn't get it. Okay, next we got the subscription model. I think the picture we have here from Mr. Does is like the RuneScape subscription. Is that what that is?
never played that game in my life.
What is this picture?
The RuneScape subscription.
Okay, I just put this in like straight normal capitalism, like somewhere between like I don't know, honestly like maybe here, where it's like
I
don't know. What do you think?
I was gonna say in between I allow it and like capitalism, because like, again, I'm gonna use indie devs as an example. When they have a game and it's free to play and they release a subscription service to like, you know, give them money because you support them, that's fine. Or like a subscription service for like most MMOs, it's like you only get like half the game if you're a free player. And then if you subscribe, you get the whole game. So it's basically like when they use like the subscription service to like, I guess, beta test the game. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like if I play an MMO for like 10 hours and I really enjoy it and I can't do any more as a free player, I would buy the subscription service. Like SWTOR, the Star Wars one, did a good idea. If you buy the subscription service for 1 month, you get all the DLCs for free, even once it runs out. So I think like that's fine.
I'm putting this up here.
Yeah.
I'll put this actually like here. So my reasoning for this being like really high, I actually like think about this for 3 seconds, is if a game is live service, like you pretty much need this to like actually fund the game. And I feel like this is a better way of funding a game than having like bullshit skins and like bad like microtransactions. So I feel like then everyone that like wants to play the game like pays the money, and it allows the servers to be kept up and like the devs actually get paid. So I feel like this is actually like almost necessary in live service, because if you don't have this in live service, then like eventually it just dies. Yeah, next we got a ranked mode. I'm assuming this is the picture for that.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it in there. I'll allow it.
I'll put it in there. I allow it.
I think the reason this is like in the corporate greed tier list is because people like, what's that guy? Is it Nick Merckx?
I don't know.
Isn't Nick Merckx that one COD streamer?
Where he's
like, Battlefield's
Shroud probably
like,
said some stupid opinion.
Battlefield needs a ranked mode or it's gonna die, or it's just like this like modern sense that like if you don't have a ranked mode, the game is just like unplayable. Which I feel like it's just such a cooked mindset, and it's like the modern like esports Twitch mindset where everyone's like a sweat, and it's just like it's so shit. So that's the only reason it's here, but like as a general concept, it's like cool. Like I like I like ranked games. So
Yeah.
1 million hours in Valorant. So
Like I like back then there used to be competitive games and casual games, and now like companies are trying to merge the two. And then what makes that bad is when a company does that and they release an update like towards the casual players, the ranked players get mad, vice versa. You know what I mean?
Agree. Also, another important aspect of this is like just having a ranked mode in a game like changes the game, where it makes the normal mode less fun, because like I'm trying to think of like what's a good example of this?
Like Battlefield, for example, there's no ranked mode, and I can go play that and just have fun doing stupid shit. But if I go on Valorant, I'm not gonna play unrated.
Yeah, like Valorant, like unrated just sucks. Like, it's like a completely different. I know people actually like playing it, I guess, for some reason, but it's like the fact that there is a ranked mode in the game makes all the other modes like where people just like don't try. It would almost be like in Battlefield if there was a ranked mode, all the people that actually try the game would go there, and then the other modes would just kind of be people like screwing around. It's like not.
Yeah, there'd be nobody rezzing, nobody trying to fly. It'd literally just be like,
All right, up next we have a personal favorite of mine. It's this tweet over here. I can't even read the tweet, but it's basically a guy complaining about Apex Legends, and the category is called "cucked by Playerbase." So let me like describe this to you. So this is when like it usually happens in games with ranked modes, which is like appropriate given the previous example, and it's when the player base has this like opinion, and then everyone complains on Twitter, and then the devs feel pressure to like make changes based on what the player base is saying. And like I understand, like yes, these are your customers, and you should listen to what your customers say. But like just imagine hypothetically every single one of your customers is Nick Merckx and he wants the ranked mode. Like, are you honestly gonna like listen to them if you don't want to make a ranked mode in your game? And I feel like it like creates this weird atmosphere where devs are afraid to do like new or fun things because they're like, oh, what if the people don't like it? Like sometimes people don't like games and then they realize like they're wrong. Like I don't know. You should have like confidence in your game and don't listen to like cucks from like I don't know. Are you okay with brain rot tier for this?
Yeah, sure.
Well, actually, where do you want to put this? I'm between these two. But I feel like there's some good of like having feedback, but then if you listen to it too much, it also just like cucks your game.
It's different. Like when they listen to genuine feedback, it's good. But when they listen to Twitch streamers like Shroud, who has like the most like worst take in the world, it's like brain rot.
Yeah. I also think it's like the modern era has made this brain rot. I feel like when gaming was like nerds in their basement and people actually cared about the game, like this was actually valuable feedback. But now it's kind of just like Twitch sweats that just like want to like farm clips. So like I don't know if player feedback is even like valuable anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also like, dude, I saw a video on this. I don't know. Someone posted this on TikTok. It is like if you are over the age of like 15, you are completely irrelevant to the gaming industry. So like all these people complaining on Twitter, these are all like grown-ass men like complaining about like metas in like Battlefield when 99% of the player base is like 10-year-old children. So like, because when I played all of these games, like when I was young, I played Call of Duty and like all this shit, and like everyone was like young. So you have to remember that like your player base is not these like fat like Redditors that are complaining about the game. So it's like something to keep in mind.
Yeah, like your average player is not Shroud.
Yeah,
like
right, exactly.
90% of your players are like really bad at the game. Like Valorant, I think isn't Diamond bad, and like that's only like 1% of the player base.
I mean, I think Ascendant is like top like 3%, 5%. I don't even know. So like if you're an Immortal, you're basically irrelevant to the game. To be honest,
I think listening to if it's a competitive game and you're listening to like the competitive players, like the pros, that makes sense. But if it's a casual game and you're listening to the pros, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you're just ruining the like. It brings back to my example of like when you mix competitive and casual games together, you have the people who complain if the update is too competitive focused, and you have people that complain if the update is too casual focused.
Well, actually, that brings us to our next one. I think this is appropriate. Is the game esports ready? So I'm gonna put this in brain rot. And I feel like this is like on the same topic of like games feeling pressured to have like an esports game. Good example of this. That's like, I don't know if people remember the game. It was called like Evolve or some shit, where it was like 4 hunters versus a giant monster. It's kind of like Dead by Daylight in like how the game is played. And everyone was just like, I think it was EA, I might be wrong, but you know what happens with EA games. Everyone was like so obsessed with making this esports before the game was even released. It was like, how are you going to develop a game based on the fact that it's going to be like this like multi-million-dollar esports like superstar, and then like the actual game is just like mid-pack. So I feel like esports should be this thing that like naturally develops because the game is really good and people enjoy the competitiveness. And if you're designing a game to be esports ready, you like your mental's already bricked, like it's good. That should not be a thing. I don't know.
That's why, again, like there should be casual games, and then there should be competitive games. Like how would you play like, I don't know, competitive Mega Bonk? Like imagine Mega Bonk added a competitive mode tomorrow. Like,
or playing like Hearthstone, like esports, like bro, like
yeah.
If you're making like Hearthstone esports ready, like something's gone wrong here.
And like I'm all about trying it as an esport. Like for example, like there's GeoGuessr esport now. Like on paper that sounds stupid, but I'm pretty sure it's actually kind of hype. So I don't mind like if a game naturally goes into competitive, it's fine. But like it's like trying to force like a sport on everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean like. I guess the exception to this would be Riot Games, because they actually intentionally make games esports ready, and they're all good. But I feel like all the other goats of esports, like CS, COD, what else is like a goat of esport? I don't even know. Like
Halo,
StarCraft used to be a goat. Like all of those things, none of them were designed with esports in mind, like at all. Like no one thought COD is gonna be an esport when it first came out. But like Riot
especially
Games
StarCraft, like yeah. When I see StarCraft, I wouldn't think that's gonna be an esport. I can't even think in my head how that esport works, but it's like I heard it's sick.
Yeah. Or all fighting games as well. It's like the reason there's esports is because people are just like, yo, who's the best? Like there's no like it's not designed with that in mind. But Valorant's weird because it's like Valorant and League are weird because they're literally like built to be competitors, which is kind of like an outlier.
Yeah, but I guess Valorant, but was League? Because League came out,
League was like the Dota clone.
So was Dota like more like casual?
Well, no, Dota is like its own huge. I mean, I think the prize pool for Dota is like 50 times as League's, but like League was just like a direct like competition. It was literally the same thing as like Valorant and CS.
Oh, Valorant, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
So I feel like that's like an exception of like actual good games that are esports ready, but that's because like China is the company and it can actually like afford doing that. Up next, we got Overpriced Skins. I think that's what are those things called? Is Heirloom? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, you have to buy like 500 boxes. That's at EA Ubisoft for sure.
Yeah.
I'm all about having skins and like you buying skins with real money. Who cares? But like overpriced skins, like Shroud's game, that's obviously still on the circuit. I heard those skins were like
it was like $70. I think it was like 70. It was like Valorant skin pricing, but like the skin was just like slightly blue. it was awful.
I don't really have much to say. It's just like don't make skins overpriced.
Would you put CS
and if you're
skins
gonna make no, because like the community made them overpriced, not Valve.
Yeah. So to clarify, we're saying overpriced skins with no like a real world market. It's just like a skin.
And also, Valve also did just kill their own thing too. So like they brought the prices down actually. So.
True.
Like that's what I mean. Like if the game has its own marketplace and the community decides like what's thing, I wouldn't count that because that's not like the company saying, yo, I know this player is gonna pay $120 for a dick. Let's give it to him.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of seasons, which is the next category, we got Battlefield 6 Season 1 coming out in 3 days. So we got the seasons coming up to bat here. I guess I'll go first. I'll put this in. I think I want to put it in. I'll allow it for now. The one thing is like. I guess we have to differentiate because we already have a battle pass wherever that is like on here. So we're talking about like seasons in absence of battle pass. So like ignoring the battle pass because that usually comes with the season is a battle pass. So I would say like I'm more thinking of like new content or like it's like in the context of Valorant it would be like new agents, new maps, or in Battlefield it's like new maps and new guns and stuff. So like something that like changes in the game. I think Fortnite's also a pretty good example of this where it's like next season is like no build or whatever. I don't know too much about Fortnite, but like some sort of mechanic change. So I think it's fun. It keeps things interesting. It keeps people like wanting to play the game more if it's done correctly.
Okay. I think seasons are fine. Like I was gonna use Valorant as my example too. But I think Valorant does it kind of in a poor way recently. Like, I think every season, you can have it two ways. You can have a short season where not much changes, or you can have a longer season, but then when the next season comes, like, it's a brand new game, which I think is dope. Like, Valorant was doing that at the beginning. Like, every major season, there was, like, a major change. But then for the last, like, year and a half, they've had, like, minuscule, like, meta changes in the season, so it kind of got, like, eh. But I did hear, I haven't played Valorant recently, but I heard, like, the newest season, they, like, reworked everything and, like, nuked the game or something. So, like, I don't think seasons is a bad thing, personally.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Valorant, go watch our other video about what Valorant needs to change and why it's like shit now. I agree. I think the seasons of Valorant are just the same game. It's like next season it'll be like maybe one agent. Like even the changes with the spray pattern, like I don't like. That's not enough to justify a new season. That's just like a balance change. Like
no, but they changed like all the agents and shit too.
But it's all like I guess like it's better than the previous season because I think they just changed the balance of everything, and it's probably because the new agent Vito just like fucked the entire game because he removes half the abilities in the game.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if I was like the CEO of Valorant, I would be like the next season I'm adding 10 new agents at the exact same time and just like making a complete
nuke the meta completely.
Yeah, just like change the game. It's like.
But you can't do that if the seasons are only like 60 days.
Right,
like
right.
60
exactly.
days, like the seasons have to be like 3 months.
Yeah, I feel like the ideal thing for like Valorant or like any sort of competitive thing is like the season is like 6 months or 1 year, and then the next year it's like you actually do something. Then I think that'd be like pretty fun.
Why do I see like 3 Ultimate Edition photos?
Here again, next one is DLC. So I forgot I put Shadow of the Erdtree because that's like one of the best DLCs ever made because it's like bigger than entire games. I'm gonna put this in like. I'll allow it, I guess. This is another one of those like with great power comes great responsibility. Like DLC done correctly is like the reason some games are goated, and if it's done poorly, it's just like corporate trash. But I'll use this as a good example where it's like the size of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is like bigger than most AAA games by itself. Another game that does this like insanely well is, I don't know if you guys remember Witcher 3. I'm pretty sure Blood and Wine is a DLC that's like 100 hours of gameplay. So it's like insane content and it's all really well written. So yeah, it makes really good games better if you do it properly. Up next, we got a little bit different type of DLC. Where is it? Here we go. This is day 1 DLC. I'm gonna put this in EA and Ubisoft spec. I think this is. Would you argue this is worse than a $500 heirloom? I think it is. Yeah, cause like, dude, like, okay, at least an heirloom is like a new item, and it's like usually you can't do that type of shit until the game is already very popular. So like Apex, it's like, okay, dude, if someone wants to spend this much money, they're like stupid, but like, okay, sure. But like a day 1 DLC is just corporate brain rot. Like,
like why was that in the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Like at least wait a month, dude. Like.
That's like you're like buying like a new Honda Civic and like you don't have like an engine and then you have to like buy the engine separately.
Actually, that gives me a good point to like the DLC argument before this. Like DLCs were made to give a single player more lifespan.
Yeah. Like,
why are you giving a DLC to a game that just came out? Like, do you not have enough I don't know. That's EA and Ubisoft.
That's going EA tier. Like buying extra stuff that like supports the dev. So in my mind, I'm thinking on Steam, sometimes you can just buy the like soundtrack of the game or whatever, or just like small purchases, or you can buy like merchandise.
Or the artwork.
Yeah, like artwork, merchandise. I think this is gonna go in like S tier for me.
I'd allow it.
Yeah.
It's like supporting your band and you buy a band tee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it has like nothing to do with the actual game. It doesn't change how the game works. Doesn't like give you an advantage, and you can just if it's like a small dev and you're like for me, for example, like I was like seriously considering just like buying more Expedition 33 merch because just like I really like the game and it's like a new studio. I'm like, damn, this is actually like a really good game. I'm not trying to like give this to EA. I'm trying to like actually give it to people that care. So I think it's like a pretty good thing overall. Alright, I'll let my boy Does take over this one. This is real money items. The image I have here is prior to the most recent update of the CS market cap. So we're talking about like stuff you can buy in the games, but they're also sellable in real life on some sort of alternative market. Where you putting it?
I'd allow it. I don't know. I think it just like, cause like for Counter-Strike, for example, like. There's people who play the game competitively, but then there's people that just collect and trade. There's also people that invest, which they got wrecked. Sorry. I don't know. I'd allow it. Like it's like whatever. I don't know. It's like Pokemon cards in real life. If I don't want this anymore, I can sell it for real money, buy one I actually want. You know what I mean? So I don't see a problem with it. I don't really.
Let me opine on this. I think I'm gonna. Dude, I might put this. Okay, I know you want it out loud. I think I'm gonna put. I would suggest moving it to capitalism tier, because it literally just is capitalism.
True.
So like, and I also think it's like it can add cool stuff to the game. Like I actually, this might be a hot take. I don't know if CS people agree with this, but I actually kind of, even though I don't play that much CS, like the fact that some guns are like $40,000, it's like kind of aura. Like I kind of like that. Where it's like, I will never have this, but like seeing someone have it, it's like, damn, that's kind of sick. So I like that aspect of it. But then like, I think it has a potential to like completely ruin a game, because what it does is like it incentivizes like whales and like weird kind of like black
China
market.
pumping.
Yeah, like weird like underground like trading shit that like should not be in video games, I would say.
Yeah, or like for example, like I'm gonna use Pokemon again. Like Pokemon was dope, and that they had their own, like, if you had a rare card, it was worth more. But then once like people who weren't in the Pokemon space figured out they could capitalize off of this market, they would like I'll see like old men at the like Walmart stealing all the cards from kids to sell that shit. And that's like the same thing that happened with CS over the years. Is like China figured out they can pump the market, and just like it ruins it for other people. So it's like with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I mean?
That's
like we're letting the
example.
the Chinese oil princes like crank our market up, where I can't even afford like a cool skin anymore. It sucks.
And also like now that the Saudis have bought EA, like it's over. You're gonna be like Saudi pumping the stocks.
I saw a funny joke on Twitter. After Saudis bought EA, the first DLC for Battlefield is an oil field map.
All right, next category. If you don't know what this is and you play these games, like I'm praying for your soul, my G. So this is what's known as time wasting mechanics. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this like bottom of the barrel EA, like absolute trash tier gaming. So for those of you who don't know what this is, so a prominent example is Diablo 4, where there's like things in the game where, and this is like confirmed by devs and like confirmed by research like done by the community, like the only reason these things are in the game is to increase your time on the game. Like there's no like, and the reason people like these companies want you in the game longer is because like there's some sort of weird like scientific psychological study where it's like the longer time someone spends on the game, the more likely you are to see the store tab and like access the store. So it's just like pure bullshit. And it's also the longer time they have in the game, it like looks good in their board meetings because it looks like players are engaged. So the example of this in Diablo 4 is there's a button that you recall to your spawn, and it used to take like 10 seconds for no reason. And then everyone was like, why the fuck are we taking 10 seconds to like leave the menu or whatever? And then they like changed it to 5 seconds, and it's like, okay, like like why is this even more than 1 nanosecond? So it's like I'm trying to think of what other example. Another example of this is like fetch quests in live service games, where the quest is literally just like run across the map, like pick up like a stool, and then run it back, and the guy's like, yo, thanks for the stool, boss, and like that's the entire quest. And it's like, dude, like why did they have to like drive across a map to do this like little task? And like, but then when your like third eye opens and you're like, oh, so I literally am stuck in this game. I'm like an actual like slave in the basement of EA. Yeah, this is EA spec for sure.
Yeah, you can take that whole.
Yes, this is like end stage capitalism, like chained to the ground. Next we got promotional codes.
Oh, I like this one.
The Burger Town, man.
I'm gonna have to put this in brain rot, but I got a very good opinion. I think it's funny. Like, okay, like I think it's cool. Like if you go to Burger King, you're like, oh shit, I got a COD skin. Or even or not Big Mac, like a Whopper or whatever they have, right? It's cool. But when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, on the back of Doritos bags, they'd give you double XP codes, and you didn't have to buy the chips to get the code. So I would just go to Walmart. And I would take hundreds of photos. I can log into my Modern Warfare 2019 account. I have over 200 double XP tokens, and I wouldn't even buy the chips. Yeah. I would just steal the codes.
It's actually kind of smart.
So that's they've changed it since. You have to actually buy the chips now and like the shit.
But how do they confirm you buy it? Like, how do they know?
Because I think you have to open. I mean, you can open the bag.
It's like on the inside. You're just opening all the bags.
I don't know about the chips now because I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, like that's why I think it's brain rot. Because like they didn't think about like the repercussions of what this is gonna bring. Or like Tostitos, like we don't have that in Canada, so I had to get my friend in the U.S. to go to Walmart. Like I don't know. It's like if you're like a gambling addict, like some people, you know what I mean? It's like just it's another chase. It's just another like corporate chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I don't even know if it's like yeah, it's definitely brain rot. I wouldn't.
like I don't think they're doing it for like their gain, but like it's just brain rot. Like
I mean, I guess. So like theoretically, the reason they're doing it is because the companies are paying them, right? Like Burger King is like
of course, yeah.
So I guess it is capitalism, but I feel like it's more of just like dumb.
yeah.
All right.
Also, don't like ban my Modern Warfare account. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, hypothetically happened.
Yeah.
Next, we got Twitch drops on, baby. I'm putting this in brain rot for sure.
I was gonna put it in I allow it.
Really? Well, okay. Make your case why this is beneficial for anyone.
It's beneficial to smaller streamers. First off, because like it makes like viewers want to stay in their stream to get the Twitch drops. It's beneficial to the companies for bigger streamers because then they're like giving the games free promo. Like it depends like what the Twitch drop is, you know what I mean? Like when Valorant first came out and the way to get the beta was through a Twitch drop, that was kind of stupid, but it worked because I saw other people playing and I didn't have it. I did watch like tens I didn't watch tens, I just put it on the other monitor. But I watched tens for like an hour just so I can get the Valorant beta code. So it does kind of build hype sometimes. I don't know. That's why I think I'll allow it. But then I'm also on the other side of brain rot because it's basically the same thing as like promotional codes.
Like why I think it's more brain rot. It's even like capitalism. It's just like it also just farms engagement. Like I actually remember for Valorant beta, like everyone was just having tabs open of like 50 streams. Yeah. Like that is not like. I feel like as soon as anything breaks like out of what is intended, it just becomes brain rot, where people are like key farming on like 600 streams at the same time to get drops. Like that is, yeah. I don't know.
But there's two different types of Twitch drops. There's the one that's like Valorant, and I forgot what else game had, and I think the Battlefield 6 beta, where like it's random. You have to watch the stream and every hour there's a chance to get the code. But then there's like Twitch drops like for Apex and like Halo, where if you watch 30 minutes of your favorite streamer, you get a skin. Then you watch an hour, you get a different skin. And if you watch 2 hours, you get another skin.
I like that better.
So I think that like that one's fine, you know what I mean?
I'd be willing to put this in like maybe capitalism, maybe.
Top of brain rot,
I don't
probably?
know. I don't know. I think I might. Yeah. Okay. Another thing is like I really don't. I mean, the one where you get the like per hour or whatever, that is better. But I feel like getting keys to just even access a game based on Twitch drops is insane.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that. I remember like with Valorant, people were getting like actually mad about not getting drops, and it was just like
I was one of those people.
Yeah, it's like why
it took me. I had like 7 tabs open, and it took me, not even exaggerating, maybe 2 days of watching streams to finally get a code.
Yeah, but
and then some people would watch for 15 minutes to get a code right away, and I'd be like, yo.
But you also weren't watching the streams, right? That's why I'm saying it's brain rot, because you're not even watching the streams.
No, I didn't. I had them on my left monitor while I was playing Counter-Strike.
You're like Bitcoin farming on your like tertiary monitor. Yeah. I'm just gonna pre-fire this one and directly into Ubisoft's. Actually, no. I mean, this is technically brain rot, but like Valorant donating $10 million to Cenat. Like, where are we putting this?
Brain rot.
Yeah,
the only thing
like,
I have to say.
I would put it like here. Like, this is like here, kind of. It's like off the screen. Like, what?
Like half me understands. I get it. They were probably trying to like promote their game. 2, they were trying to be a part of like I guess history because like it hit 1 million subs, but the amount of subs Valorant put in, and they don't even give money to their tier 2 scene is crazy. Like that is corporate greed at its finest. Like
yeah,
if they were giving money to the like to make the game better, the game shit. If they were giving money to like the tier 2 scene to help esports grow, which actually helps the game, it'd be lit. But instead they're just giving all their money to watch LeBron James cut a guy hair.
Also, he doesn't even play Valorant, right? Like,
I've never seen him play it. I think he might have played it once.
Yeah, this decision was made on a spreadsheet in a boardroom with like 12 men in suits. You just know, like
that's straight. That's actually EA and Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's just fucking out of here. Like this was like made like it was like the intern, and he's like, all right, like Mr. Bloomstein, like we're gonna take a look at like the most viewed streamers. Like I have a I have a like opportunity here. We're gonna donate this, and then because like we'll get this many viewers, it's gonna like give us like this amount of revenue based on like the viewer count, and then that's how this is done. Okay, up next we got re-releasing the same game like 4 million times. So I've got Skyrim here with a meme from like the Game Awards. It's like Skyrim is now released on like your fridge LED panel. This is going. I would say this is like just above Cenat spec.
I might have just coughed through your whole speech.
That's fine. This is just pure like EA technique, even though it's not EA, it's Bethesda, but that's like the same company at this point.
Yeah, so they're re-releasing Halo. 1 again. This is the 3rd remaster. I just saw the trailer yesterday, and it just looks like an Unreal Engine like 5 like
Unreal
capitalism
Engine
grab money check.
Next, we got like it's somewhat similar. We got porting games. The picture's like cut off, but basically it's showing a console game, and then it shows the PC port that's like actually unplayable on the right side. So this is when like games are released on like different platforms. I think a good example of this is Dark Souls. When Dark Souls was released on console, it was like one of the greatest games of all time, and they released it on PC, and it was like unplayable, and you literally had to download like a South Korean like hack to even like look at the game.
So is your argument like releasing a bad port or releasing a port in general?
I think more like forced ports, or it's like, yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. I think it's just ports in general, maybe.
Because I was gonna say, personally, I'd allow it, because like some people have PC, and then like now, for example, I'm gonna use Halo again. Like now, Halo's coming to PlayStation. I kind of do like where like something's not exclusive to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they're just doing it for corporate greed, like I'm sure like whoever made what you say was Bloodborne or was it Dark Souls?
I mean, that's a good company, but they just like didn't do it properly.
Yeah, like if they thought of it like let's release a port to get more money, that's chalk. But if they say let's release a port so we can gain like more fans and more people can play this amazing game, I think it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I agree. It's like if you're complaining about something that you wouldn't have had anyway, like what are you even complaining about at that point? This is also a modern classic. We got a game not functional on release. I'm gonna pre-fire this into like EA and Ubisoft spec. We got an image here of like Cyberpunk in 4K.
Just don't release the game, bro. I'd rather, I don't know if people agree with me or not, but I'd rather wait longer for a finished game than a company say, let's push this out, take their money, and it be not playable.
Yep.
And then I have to wait 6 months for them to fix it through minuscule updates, and it's still ass.
Agreed. This is only in modern gaming, by the way. Like, this never used to happen. Dude, it's the same in movies, where like it used to be when you release a movie, it has to be good enough for the movie circuit, meaning like in a cinema. You can't just like, because now if you like make some sort of shit movie, you just put it on Netflix originals or whatever, and like no one cares because the overhead cost is zero. I feel like it's like similar now, where everything's like online and that you don't actually have to like. I mean, sure, they still sell like actual copies of the game, but I'm also sure the vast majority of games are now like e-downloads, so you can kind of just push out bullshit without like any overhead.
Like every game now is basically live service.
Yeah.
Like GTA 6 was supposed to come out this year. It got delayed. If they delayed it so it didn't release like ass, I'm fine with that. Even though we're all like, oh man, stop delaying the game. Like, if they keep delaying it so they can release it and it not be like, would you rather get GTA 6 on time but it not be playable for 4 months, or get it delayed by like 4 months and it be released playable? You know what I mean?
I actually want to know, so I'm gonna complain on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, come By Playerbase.
Also, Cyberpunk probably would have been like one of the greatest games of all time if it just waited a year. Instead, they like got cucked and released it, and it was like
Battlefield 2042. That game was terrible on launch, but I don't think it was terrible because it was unfinished. I think it was terrible because it was just terrible.
Yeah, true.
Or for example, like Jedi Survivor. That game I loved. That game was amazing in my opinion. But when it released on PC in particular, it was really poorly optimized. And I didn't actually, like, I played majority of the campaign on 26 FPS. I still had a blast, but imagine I waited 5 more months for them to actually like come out fine. Like, I would have been fine.
True. All right, if you're still watching, appreciate the sub, because it's probably been like 5 hours by now. It's already, like, I turned my lights on because it's getting dark. Been yapping about this for like 2 hours. Next up, we got sports games. We got the like, what's it called? The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse right here. FIFA, Madden, NFL, and NBA 2K. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has to go in here somewhere, no?
I don't know. like I don't hate sports games. If you're a sports gamer, you play what you like. I just like, how do you make a sports game not be the same thing every year? Like, do you just make one sports game and make it live service and then just push updates? Like, does that make more sense? I don't know where to put this because I feel like my opinion is going to be negative, but there's people that actually enjoy this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the opposite opinion. If you're playing these games, like, I don't know. Like, they are fun with friends, but if you're seriously like a sports gamer, like, you might have some like IQ points missing or something. Like, you're like literally paying money for the same thing. This is like the equivalent of, like, imagine COD just released COD 4 every single year for 10 years, and you just buy it again every single year, and like the operators change like their names.
Like
yeah.
Think about it. Call of Duty every year is basically the same thing, but like kind of reskinned.
But they like
It's
change
the same
gun,
athletes.
right?
It's
And
the
campaign.
same, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a different campaign. I've never played a sports game, so I could be wrong. But it's like for a hockey game. It's not like there's new arenas. Like, it's the same fucking oval. Not oval, like whatever shape hockey arena. Like, I feel like a golf game would make sense. Every year you release new golf courses. But like basketball, it's the same court with the same mechanics, with the same players and the same teams every year. You're playing $60 plus you're buying in-game currency because everybody wants to be a 99 overall.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it. Like, I actually don't mind it being the same game as long as, like, but the issue is it's so low effort. Like, like, there's a reason this is like synonymous with like EA is the worst developer, because it's like they have enough money. Like, they could make the graphics better. They could do all this stuff, but they don't, because they don't give a shit, bro. Like, they just want your money, and like does so. There's like in-game currencies. It's just like really scummy corporate practices in every single one of these games, and it's just like bottom of the barrel content. I think we'll leave the best one for last. So second last, we got like, this is kind of like porting. Actually, it's not. It's like way worse than that. I'm gonna pre-fire this into, I don't know where to put it. I put it like right below currencies and right above like heirlooms. So this is porting a well-known franchise onto a mobile platform, and like everyone knows the mobile version is just infinitely worse, and it has like this is like a mutant combining all of these categories, because like it's not only a mobile game, it probably has every single one of these things as well. So it's just like an abomination. So the most famous example is Diablo Immortal, I would say, when they like announced that at whatever DiabloCon or whatever it's called, the whole crowd was just like, "Fuck you!" Oh yeah, basically, I don't know, probably. Oh, and you can hear like audible boos from the crowd because everyone like knows what this means. And it's the same with like COD Mobile, like Riot Games, like I think what's it called, Wild Rift. PUBG Mobile, it's like...
Hello?
Yeah.
Did I hear a baby? What is that?
Yeah, what is that noise, bro?
Dude, was that somebody getting like fucked or like a baby?
Could someone explain to me what that noise was that we just heard there? And next, we saved the best for last. Esports franchising. I mean, I'm not too familiar. I think Des knows more than me about the Valorant version of this, but I remember like the Overwatch League essentially just like killed the entire Overwatch Esports League scene, and also like bankrupted the entire organization. So I'm gonna put this in. I don't know, actually, maybe like brain rot, like.
I think it's brain rot because it's like they're not doing, like, I don't know. Sometimes they, it's just stupid. Like, some games like works for franchising, but like Valorant, for example, like I guess the franchise it works now, but when it first got like announced, a lot of players like lost, like, I guess their job. You know what I mean? And then like a lot of orgs, like smaller orgs that like don't have money, like Octic Gaming, like how did they even get into the league? Like Valorant now, like they have like the Ascension League, so you can get into like the main franchising as like a smaller org. But I think it just kind of kills the esport sometimes, like, because I used to watch like Valorant esport. I would love watching like an underdog org like shit on like Octic Gaming, like that was hype. And now when franchising came out, we wouldn't see that as much because all the teams that are facing each other are in the franchise. Yeah, I just think it's brain rot.
Yeah, I might have to get like philosophical on this also. Is like what do you think? Like, what is gaming? I feel like it's like the whole like part of what makes gaming cool is it's not like the rest of the world, meaning like franchise like NBA shit and like I don't know. I feel like as soon as you start trying to I feel like, and it gets into also this like esports ready stuff is like I feel like you shouldn't try to make games the same as other existing like monetized sporting systems, because like there's something about gaming that's like fun, and it's like I think it is more common to see upsets, and it's like I don't know, there's just an aspect of it where it's just like dudes in their basement can be cracked at a game and then like win tournaments, and as soon as you make it into this like it's like a job, I feel like that's like also the problem with modern gaming is like because streamers are so successful, it turned a hobby for like a lot of people that used to be just like, oh, you're like home with the boys like playing Battlefield or whatever, like Halo. It turned that into like a lot of it is now like people's income, so that like completely changes the entire hobby where like you're getting like paid for stuff.
I think it's cool to have to be paid to play the game, like be an esports athlete. But like for example, franchise, like if me and Boom wanted to start a team of like 5 cracked, like imagine we're like so amazing and we can beat Octet Gaming. We're not in the franchise, so we'll never have that chance. You know what I mean? Like, you know how many people became stars because there wasn't a franchise and they could like prove themselves? Like, you know how many times a CS team will pick up some random guy from ranked and he becomes one of like the top players in the league? CS is kind of franchised though, so I guess like it's not as franchised. It's not like actually franchised, like, you know, COD and stuff. Like I saw on Twitter, I'm not that familiar with COD esports, but I did see like one COD pro talking about how it's the same like circuit of professional players on every team every year because it's franchised. Like they're not getting like the top ranked player and giving him a shot and stuff, because like why would you, when like, you know?
Yeah. All right, well, if you enjoyed listening to us yap for like probably like 10 hours at this point about corporate greed, see us on the next tier list. It's gonna be like religions probably. Yeah, see ya.
Guys, it's your boy Duzzy, and I'm here to suck the cock.